Good morning, or if you're in a different time zone, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Thanks as usual. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's the Champions League. I have missed this competition. That international break just made me miss everything, but the Champions League, most of all, there's just something special about those European nights and facing teams that you don't normally face. So, Napoli and City, I actually need to look this up. I don't know if they've ever faced each other. Let's see. Anyways, while I look this up, I just want to talk about Napoli being on top of the Italian league, which it's a little bit surprising because during the transfer window, AC Milan made all these buys, and Bonucci and the likes, and I really thought it was going to be Milan pushing Juventus all the way, but it seems like it's Napoli. So I, for one, I'm glad that we're playing a team as good as Napoli. Like I said in my last video, it's a good barometer to measure our progress by. I mean, we've been doing well in the league, but you want to play the best and see how you do. I actually don't think these guys have met before. I can't find any evidence of a previous clash. If anyone listening can find something and I'm wrong, please let me know. There's rumors and rumblings of Napoli possibly resting players. I have no idea why they would do that against City right now. I know they have a game against Inter at the weekend, but really? Well, maybe the Champions League is not their priority, which is understandable since, the Serie A is dominated by Juventus. If you're Napoli and all of a sudden you have this rare opportunity to win the Serie A, I guess you would focus on that competition. So I do take that back. That kind of makes sense on Napoli's side. For City, I guess, yeah, dude, go ahead, rest some players, make it easier for us. I think City will go full strength. I think Aguero was probably rested with this game in mind. Uh, because City are not in the same boat as Napoli. They want to win the league and the Champions League and the FA Cup and everything. So, they're gonna go full strength. No, they're not gonna hold back. And I think for City, it's important to win the group and make a statement. It's all about statements for City because people have been talking and this and that, and of course, the money spent has to be justified. Yada yada yada. So City have to put their best foot forward pretty much every time. What I'd like to see in terms of starting lineup, I'd like to see Gundogan come in, possibly Yaya Toure, but I'm more interested in seeing how Gundogan can, if he can put his injury woes behind him, and I just like the way he plays, man. I'm a big fan of box to box midfielders. They're very few and far between, but when you get a really good one, it's such a good asset to have, because they can perform a variety of functions. And also, Gundogan is the kind of guy who can carry the ball out of midfield. He can dribble the ball out of midfield, make really, really great runs with the ball at his feet, and yeah, it's a great weapon to have. It's not necessarily part of the tiki taka thing, but when that's not working, a guy making bursting runs out of midfield with the ball at his feet, that gives the opposition something that they can't counter that easily, especially when they don't see it coming. So I'd like to see him play, and 90 minutes if possible. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see Bernardo Silva start as well. Danilo is another guy I want to see start. Big fan of Danilo. I'd really love to see the Danilo of Porto come back. And I like a good comeback. I like a good comeback. Because this is a player who had a lot of potential early on in his career and had a difficult time at Madrid, which does happen. It's a team full of expectations and a lot of other players like trying to get your position and get in your place. So it's not exactly the friendliest environment for a young player. So Janilo could have had a path that was unfair on him or whatever. I know you could say, yeah, he didn't handle the pressure, what, but I'd love to see if he has the character to reinvigorate and reignite his career as one of the best right backs around, or whatever position he plays. Because with Pep, he could play anywhere. But he's a player I like, and I'd like to see have a good game. Other than that, nothing much, nothing more. I'd love to see the same bravery from City in terms of whoever we're playing, we don't change formation, we stay attacking, we stay positive. And yeah, that's that. That's that. I'm going to keep this short. I will see you in the reaction video, or you will hear me, whichever one. We'll see. All right. Have a good one, guys. Morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever your time zone is. Have a good one of whatever that is. Peace.